coming into this week, I needed a good, strong finish, top 1, 2, or 3, to kind of solidify my spot in the top 30 to get to the Charles Schwab Cup. I'm not going to be able to win it, but I've got a house in Phoenix, and I always love going there and hanging out to get there to the Charles Schwab Cup. So this was a big week for me. This was, I think, my 9th event out here this year, and I'm behind. So I needed to catch up, and this was our goal. Sandy and I's goal was that if we could somehow repeat or just have a great, solid, strong week, you know, we would accomplish our goal. So crazy day. We had high winds again, like the first round on Friday. Kevin Sutherland comes out, birdies the first 3 holes, and then he birdies the 5th, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. I'm thinking if I just shoot 2 or 3 under today, they can't catch me, because I had a 4-shot lead starting the day, and they were going to have to shoot some phenomenal round. But then when he was 4 under through 5, I'm thinking, wow, he's going to shoot that round. I got to get it together here. And hung in there. I birdied 2, 3, and 5, and then I, you know, just plodded along and ended up shooting 3 under on the front 9. And it was a great 9 holes to hold them off and kind of keep them at bay. And then I birdied 10 to get to 18 under. And then I just kind of put it on cruise control. I'm thinking, you know, I'm at 18 under. The guys that were at 10, they're going to have to shoot 8 under to catch me. And then the guys at 9 are going to have to shoot 9 under. I'm thinking, you know, if I can finish at 68, I think, you know, I've got a pretty comfortable, I'm going to win this golf tournament. So I just started trying to hit fairways, greens, and sure enough I did. And I executed beautifully and was able to make a birdie on 16, which really got me back to 4 under for the round, and I knew pretty much it was over then. If I could just keep it out of the water on 17, 18, I was going to win the tournament. So very excited to get back in the winner's circle.
You just want to just take us through really the first 6 holes and tell me your thoughts. You know, with the bogey at 1 and Kevin birdie, obviously it's 2 shots.
The first hole I hit it in the left rough, and I hit a flyer out of the rough, and it really went a long ways. It went over the green up on that bank back there, and I was dead. I kind of chili dipped the first shot. Then I chipped it 15 feet by and made it. I made it from bogey. That was probably what allowed me to win the golf tournament, even though it still unnerved me. And Kevin made birdie, so he picked up 2 shots in the first hole. And then the second hole, I hit a beautiful 3-wood off the tee, and I hit a sand wedge about 6 feet left of the hole. But he made it first, and I needed to make it. I poured it in on top of him. And then the third hole, I hit a driver 5-iron in the middle of the green, 20 feet. Was able to 2-putt for birdie. He birdied. And then 5, he poured it in from 20 feet. I hit 3-iron, 9-iron about 6 feet. Was able to get that, cozy that one in on top of him. I was topping that guy. I mean, it was like, wow. He really woke me up. So then I then I birdied the par 5, the next hole, 6. I hit a driver. I laid it up with an iron, and then I wedged it. No, I tell you what, I hit 5-wood to the right of the green is what happened. That's right. I hit driver 5-wood, chipped it to about 6 feet past the hole, was able to make that. He didn't birdie. So I actually gained 1 back on him on 6. And then that's what got me to 3 under. I parred out, and I shoot 3 under the front 9. I think he shoots 3 under. So I kept my 4-shot cushion, which was big. And then I birdied 10. I hit a beautiful 3-iron, and then I hit a sand wedge to about 6 feet. Was able to get that in, and he didn't birdie. So I knew I was pretty comfortable. So 9 down from 11 in, I just kind of played steady golf. And then when I made the birdie on 16, I hit 3-iron pitching wedge to about 15 feet. Was able to make it, and I knew if I could keep it out of the water on 17, 18, I was going to win the championship.
Okay, questions? Just raise your hand.
What happened to your plan to rifle it in the grandstand on 18?
Well, I hit a horrible drive. I duck hooked it off 18 into the crowd over there, and it was in the rough. It was terrible. I couldn't even get the club on it, so I just had to run something out to the left over there in between the bunkers, and I knocked it. I knew I just had to play left. I couldn't even hit it. I mean, there's no way I could get a club on it, much less even go over the water. So I just played safe.
Is that the first time you've ever gone the long way?
First time, yeah. It felt weird over there. I didn't know how to hit that 3rd shot. I hit a horrible 3rd shot. I barely got it on the front of the green, and I'm thinking, wow, this played a lot longer, and I've never hit that shot, so I felt very uneasy over there.
How different was it this year to have your chaser in your group versus last year?
Very different. You know, I like being the chaser. You know, you're relaxed, you're free, you're charging, you're going after everything. And when you got a 4 or 5 shot lead, you know, you're playing safe, you're playing not to mess up, and that's a hard way to play golf. I don't like playing like that. I just, you know, I just felt very uneasy today. I felt very uncomfortable. I don't know how many big leads I've had, but this lead to me, which it meant so much to me, I really needed to win this tournament and put more pressure on myself. But I hung in there. I did very well. Even though it was a hard day at the office, I thought I had a beautiful score, and it just tells me I can do it. So if I ever get in this situation again, you know, maybe I'll handle it a little bit better.
It's nice to come to 17 and 18, but knowing you pretty much had the tournament in hand versus last year, we had to make some big shots.
Well, when you got a 20-mile-an-hour wind on 17, you never know what's going to happen. I ballooned a 5-iron there on Friday, right in the lake, and they double bogey, so that was a pretty unnerving tee shot today into that heavy wind. But I hit a beautiful 6-iron, beautiful shot in the middle of the green. But once I got to there, I knew if I could keep it out of the water on 17. I knew if I could make par on 17, it was pretty much I was going to have a 4 or 5 shot lead going at 18. Hopefully, I could keep it out of the lake there too. So I guess it was okay going down the left side.
Wind's the same direction all week.
It has been out of the northwest. It was terrible. Last year it was out of the south. This year was out of the northwest. It was a very difficult, very uneasy feeling because 1, 2, and 3, 1's into the wind, 2's left to right, 3's left to right, and there's trouble right. You know, it's a very uneasy feeling trying to play those holes. Normally it's right to left and down. You can just, you know, it's it played totally different this year.
Talk a little bit about Bernard mentioned your leg is key at this course and mentioned you so well. I mean, could you just comment on that?
Well, it's definitely a huge advantage. I mean, on 3, I was hitting 6-iron. Today I hit a 5. I was hitting 6-iron on the middle of the green every day. And I could knock it on 6 today. I hit a driver. I had a 5-wood. If I would have aimed it at the green, it would have been fine. I just chickened out and bailed out right. And then 18, you know, I hit 4-iron, made eagle on it yesterday, or 2 days ago. I hit driver 4-iron for eagle, and yesterday I hit driver 5-iron for eagle, or 3-wood 5-iron for eagle. So you know when you can play mid-irons in these instead of a hybrid or a wood, you've got a huge advantage. You can actually stop the ball a little bit.
Your average finish here is better than 3rd. Are you already excited for next year's tournament?
Definitely. Yeah, I would definitely look forward to coming back here next year. Hopefully it'll be under different circumstances and I'll have a better year coming into this year.
Why do you think there's never been until today a repeat champion?
Well, I think because the golf course is such a birdie fest. It's such a low. I mean, you can't lay low on any round. You got to go every day, and that's hard to do. It really is. It's hard to continue to put round after round after round together and back it up to be able to win golf tournaments. And it kind of shocks me, you know, because it's fairly wide open off the tee, this golf course, and that's why length is a huge advantage. You can kind of let it go a little bit, but then again, you got a lot of wedges, and I putted beautifully this week. I give a lot of credit to my putter to shoot. You know, I shoot 18 under this year, 23 under last year. You know, magical stuff. And I hadn't been putting very well all year. And then it came back to me this week. Why? I don't know. It's just amazing.
Kevin Sutherland mentioned that sometimes when the wind's blowing, putting is a little bit more difficult. He said you hit his putts thin all day today. Do you think maybe that might have helped your putting because of the focus on the wind? Or?
Well, I did notice a couple of his putts being blown out of the hole by the wind. And then thank goodness I was inside of him, pretty close to the same line. I know I made 2 putts today because he missed low and I was able to make it behind him on a similar line. The putt on 8, he missed a little, about a 3-4 footer for par. We were side by side. I even had to move my coin, and I saw what the wind did to his, so I actually played the wind and it blew it right in the hole. So it's tough to kind of count on the wind to make putts. That's a very uneasy feeling. But, you know, when you see one ball do it, you've got to assume that your ball's going to do it.
Talk about how you'd rather be the chasee, not the chaser, the chaser, not the chasee. Are you a scoreboard watcher? How does that affect you?
Today I was. I wanted to see where I stood out there. And when Kevin got really close to me on the front 9, I was like, you know what, I can't relax here. I got to figure out a way to make birdies. You know, when you get a big lead, I think I won Colonial one year by 7. That was different. that's a nice stroll coming down those last few holes at Colonial. But there's really no trouble on those holes. Where here you got water. You got to face 17 and 18 no matter what. Even though 18 is a short par 5, you still got to hit it solid to get it over the lake. I mean, if you're going for it into that heavy wind. So you really, this tournament's never really over until it's over. You know, until you hit that final shot and you're on triple in.
Were the tees up on 18?
They were up 3 tee boxes.
Same as.
Yeah, it was only 272 to the water where we were hitting from. You know, I can hit my driver 300 yards, and I couldn't even hit driver to the lake today. That's how hard the wind was in our face.
Are you going to play regular tour events again next year, or more?
Well, I've got 1 more year exemption, but I'm not going to do it. I'm done. I've had enough. I want to enjoy my grandkids, and I'm going to enjoy the Champions Tour.
Anything else for Kenny? Congratulations.